Hello my sweet friends and welcome back to another writing vlog. Hello everyone. It is currently 4:55 in the morning. I'm about to jump into a stream because I'm hosting a time slot as part of the 30-hour write-a-thon. So I have not been writing for 30 hours, but I applaud those who have been doing that. We are about to write for 2 hours, so give or take, it's about the same. Anyway, so I'm about to be going live with author Anne Sophie. For me, it is 5 in the morning. For her, it's in the afternoon. Feeling good. Honestly, I'm feeling good. And I did not get a lot of sleep last night, but here we are. We're gonna write, and sometimes you just have to sit down and write. Alright, we are in the stream right now. I'm about to start writing. We just started the first sprint. But my goal for this today / this vlog, because I don't really know how long this is gonna go, finish chapter 22, which is where we left off on the last vlog. Chapter 22 we were gonna finish in the last vlog, but it started going on a little bit longer than I was expecting. So we're gonna finish that, which I probably only have like a few hundred more words at this point. So we're gonna finish that hopefully in this first sprint right now. And then just keep writing, honestly. That's the goal always. Just keep writing. Alright guys, it is almost 6:30. We've been doing this for about an hour and a half. I just finished chapter 22. It just kept going on way longer than I was expecting it to, but I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's the first draft, so it's not good, but I'm happy with the progress that I did make on it. I'm honestly feeling pretty good. Like I feel like I'm in it. I'm not really getting distracted, and I've had a big problem lately with being really distracted and not being able to focus while writing, and I'm honestly feeling good. It's coming to me pretty easily right now, and I don't know if that's the time or that I just had a clearer vision of this chapter and I was already kind of on a roll with it. I finished chapter 22 with 2,887 words, and it had 2 scenes in the chapter. I've been tracking them in my new little spreadsheet. My last writing vlog, we made this little spreadsheet to track my word counts and scene count number in each chapter, just because I was curious. I'm not having goals for myself or anything, especially because this is a first draft, but I'm just kind of curious to see the statistics. So looking at my scene outline, I think chapter 23 is gonna have let's see, 1, 2, about 4 scenes in it. And also I want to clarify, because I've kind of been noticing it, in the scene outline when I write each scene, sometimes when I'm actually writing it turns into I've combined some of these scenes or mesh them together, or I split some scenes up if I feel like it's too much. So it's all very flexible. So there's 4 scenes right here that kind of go together, so I'm going to put them in the same chapter, but it may turn into, I think 2 of these I can mesh into 1, and it may not always mean that there's a scene break between each scene if there are multiple ones in a chapter, but for me it's just a guideline to think of these are different sort of plot points that are happening, I suppose. So we're gonna go ahead and start on chapter 23. The first scene in it, I guess, is actually one that I'm gonna combine with those 2 scenes that I was talking about. So it would be 2 scenes, but I'm gonna merge them into 1. But in the scene outline, when I'm reading it, these scenes are pretty big in the sense of I wrote a lot of information down for both of them, so there's a lot happening, both in the actual story and on my side as the writer, but I still think I can merge them together to make just a nice cohesive scene that makes sense. and hopefully I can still add all this information without it being too long. And if it does go on too long, these two scenes, putting them together is a nice, I think it'd be a nice kind of break between the next two scenes that would be in this chapter. So I may just turn it into two different chapters, but I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna start on chapter 23 and I'll talk to you guys after. Alright, so the stream just ended. I actually got a lot of words in. I got a lot of writing done, and I just feel like I haven't been getting like super productive writing sessions in, so I really enjoyed this. I'm grateful for it. I know it's early, but my elbow just fell off the desk. I know it's early, but it was still nice, and honestly I was really productive, so I may think about waking up this early to write again more in the future. We'll see. I'm glad that we finally finished chapter 22, and I am 357 words into chapter 23, and I do think I'll be able to combine those two scenes into one. So I'm currently like debating now on what I want to do, because the stream is done. It is 7:03 a.m. for me. It's still dark outside. I am very tired because I could not fall asleep last night. I think I got 3 hours of sleep, 3 or 4, 3.5. So I'm like debating on if I should just go back to sleep. But I feel like I've already like, I put my contacts in, like I put some makeup on, not like tons of makeup, but like I kind of got ready, and I don't know. But it's still dark outside, so that keeps making me think it's like way earlier than it is. I think I might go get donuts. I know that was like a big change right there, but I think I'm gonna go get donuts and treat myself, because I'm proud of myself and I've kind of been craving donuts recently the last few days, and there's one right down the street, so I might go get some donuts. But I also feel like I can barely keep my eyes open, so, but part of me also just wants to like play a video game. So, but then I think about like playing a video game right now, and I'm like, oh, but like I'm being productive, like I could write, I could, you know, I could get stuff done while I'm here. And like I could, but I could also play something, or maybe I'll just go to sleep. I don't know. I'm just sitting here arguing with myself at this point. So I'm going to close my computer, and I think I'm gonna go get some donuts. Hello everyone, it is 2 or 3 days later. I was going to write, but we had a little bit of a health scare with our sweet Dogmeat back here. So I was gonna just briefly mention that, and also just thank everyone for reaching out, asking about him, keeping him in your thoughts. We also really appreciate anyone who has offered to give us money for his hospital bills, or has given us money for hospital bills. It means a lot to us. We are not really like asking. We don't want to ask for help with financial stuff, but we do really appreciate that. So basically, a few days ago, he started acting just really down, not like his normal self, very lethargic, low energy, and it was just really weird. And then like one day he had like diarrhea, and we realized like something was wrong. He just was not being his normal self. He was very different. So we took him to the vet on Tuesday, and they were just like, oh, maybe it's like he just has a stomach bug or whatever, when we initially got there. And they took him in the back, or they had weighed him first, and he had lost like 5 pounds. And they were like, that's not good at all. So they took him in the back to do the exam. The nurse came back without him, and I could tell something was wrong. But she was like, sweetheart, he is very sick. So basically there were all these things. His stomach was like super tender when they were touching it, and his electrolytes were like really down. He was super dehydrated. His white blood cell count was either super high or super low. It was one of the like extremes. He was very weak, just very different, not acting like himself at all. He wouldn't even follow us around the house like he normally does. He wouldn't come up or down the stairs. He showed no interest in food. It was just weird. So she had me, because it was just me at the vet, she had me sign a bunch of papers. They were going to sedate him. They were going to do x-rays, because they thought something might be in his stomach, like obstructing something, or like something tight around his stomach, squeezing it. They're going to do x-rays, they're going to do a bunch of tests. It was very scary. What turned into sort of a, let's just check on him and make sure everything's okay, like maybe it's a stomach bug, to just a very scary situation really fast. It was terrifying, very anxiety inducing. And they were like, we're gonna have to keep him here and do these tests and the x-rays and stuff. We're gonna sedate him, and we'll call you in a few hours. So I went home, and I just started crying. I was just like all over the place. And so I came home to Alec and I told him all this, and we were like, oh my god, what do we do? It was super weird just like leaving the vet without him. We've never had any sort of health scare with him. He's a very healthy dog. So it was just a lot of anxiety that day, waiting for phone calls and updates, and just trying to get any information we can. The x-rays didn't find anything. His tests came back, like most of his tests were fine, with like his liver was fine, his kidneys were fine. Like I said, with the white blood cell count, the electrolytes and stuff like that, they're like, he's like super dehydrated, and so they were like, we're gonna put him on an IV drip situation, and we're gonna have to keep him here. And so we're like, okay. And so it was just, the whole day was just so much anxiety. And they were like, best case scenario, we don't find anything else in the tests, and if he starts keeping food down and drinking water, and like his levels start to kind of balance out or whatever, you can bring him home tonight with some medication. Worst case scenario is we're gonna have to hospitalize him overnight. So that was terrifying. But so just waiting on updates, phone calls, stuff like that. They finally let us know that we can take him home. He's doing much better. We can take him home that night. So we went and picked him up. It was like 7 o'clock at night. We didn't have him the whole day. He was a little perkier. He was able to walk around a bit more, because before he just laid there and he looked like he was in so much pain. He was so weak and just lethargic, but he seemed a bit better. So they said he was stable, so he could come home, and we have medication now that we have to give him, but thankfully he's home, he's recovering. They still are not completely sure what it was or what caused it. They said it was just his GI tract, like his gastrointestinal stuff was like messed up, and he was like extremely dehydrated. Anyway, so now today is Thursday. We brought him home Tuesday night. So yesterday was our, first little full day with him. He can't have regular food, so we've been cooking him, eggs and like white rice and stuff like that. And he can't have tons of food, and like he's just, obviously, I know he just lays down in the back of my vlogs anyway, but he just kind of lays there. He's still pretty lethargic, not as vocal and normal as he usually is, but he's recovering. We're just so happy to have him home. That's a big thing. We're just really happy he's home. He's been taking his medication okay, he's keeping everything down, he's starting to feel better, we're seeing it, he's able to move around a little bit more, because he wouldn't even, you know, follow me in here whenever I would come in here. And y'all know, usually he follows me in here and he just sits and hangs out, but he would not even do that. He would just lay in the room in his bed. He was too weak to even like jump up onto our bed. Anyway, so we're just glad he's home, he's feeling better. But yeah, it was kind of exhausting, it took a lot out of me, very draining. So that's why I have not written the past few days, even though I was going to. But seriously, thank you guys so much for just keeping him in your thoughts, for reaching out. We really appreciate that more than you can know. And I know Dogmeat appreciates it, but we're just happy he's home, we're happy he's feeling better, and we are grateful to all of you so much, so much, just for, you know, checking up on him and keeping him in your thoughts. Hopefully things are on the up and up and we won't have to deal with that again, or like it won't come back, whatever it was, and we can continue forward without having to spend all day anxiously thinking about if he's gonna be able to come home or not. Anyway, okay, so that was just, kind of wanted to mention that briefly, because a lot of people reached out to us about it. So that happened, that's why I have not been writing. But today we're gonna get back into writing, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna get a lot of words in. I have a stream tomorrow. I think it's at 10 a.m., but I will double check. It's tomorrow, 10 a.m. I am doing a stream on my channel, so that'll help us getting in some words and getting more motivation up. And yeah, so let me get up the Project DA spreadsheet, the scene outline. Let me open Scrivener. So where we left off the other day when we woke up super early. Also, I guess it goes without saying, but I did not come back and write after the stream ended. I did go and get donuts and they were very good, and then I immediately fell asleep. So we're in the middle of chapter 23. I'm gonna find where I am in the scene outline, and then we're basically just gonna start writing. I don't have, you know, a super plan, but we're gonna just write, and we're gonna see how we feel. Maybe do some sprints to kind of keep us on track, and yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna write. Alrighty folks, I finished the first scene of chapter 23. I'm in the middle of the second scene of chapter 23. This chapter should only have 2 scenes. So the scene that I'm on right now, after I finish that, which should be today, after I finish that, there's only 2 scenes between here and the All Is Lost beat. And that's where, you know, the end starts coming in. We've got All Is Lost, Dark Night of the Soul, Break Into 3, and then Act 3, which is like just the finale and then the little like resolution and stuff like that. But we're picking up the pace, we are getting more intense, the stakes are starting to go up. But I'm definitely going to finish this scene today, which means I'll finish this chapter today. So then chapter 24 is going to be 3 scenes. The 2 before All Is Lost and then the All Is Lost beat. So that's so exciting that like next chapter we're going to start getting into like, you know, home stretch, end of this book. Still on track to finish this by February, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, so we're just gonna kind of keep working. I'm gonna take a small break for right now because I need to eat lunch because I haven't really eaten anything today except for some crackers. And then after lunch we're gonna come back and finish chapter 23. Hello everyone, it is the next day. We're actually in the middle of a stream right now. We're doing a sprint at the moment, and I did not end up finishing chapter 23 yesterday like I wanted to, because when I went to go make food, like I said I was cutting jalapenos, which I've always done and I've never had any issues with, and got jalapeno burns all over my hands. And it was so frustrating and annoying and painful. I thought my hands were on fire and they basically were just burning the rest of the day. And I ended up just shacking up in bed and resigning myself to the fact that I'm going to be indisposed and can't get anything done, and I should just focus on getting them better instead of trying to work. So I just laid in bed and stuck my hands in a bowl of milk for about 3 hours, and then it was bedtime. So that's why I didn't write any more yesterday, but thankfully they're better now. I took a Benadryl, I knocked myself out. It hurt so bad. But yeah, so we're in the middle of a stream right now, in the middle of a sprint. We're hanging out. We've got Dogmeat over here. He's sleeping, he's relaxing. Feeling better day by day, so that's good. We have 2.5 minutes left of this sprint, and I haven't written anything during this sprint so far. It was a shorter sprint, but I need to clean off my desk. I need to clean off my desk so bad. So that's what we're gonna start with because it is a mess and I feel like I cannot focus on anything until I get this straightened up. Okay, desk is all clean and I changed shirts because I was kind of cold, and we're gonna just start writing. We're gonna continue where we left off on chapter 23. Alright, so I just finished chapter 23. The stakes are getting higher. It's very exciting. We ended that chapter with Winona, our main character, learns sort of this final piece of information has just kind of fallen into place, and it kind of is like a big realization of sort of like the bad thing about, I guess, about the story. And she's kind of like one step closer to finally like figuring everything out. So I am a few sentences now into chapter 24. We're still in the middle of that sprint. So I just started chapter 24. This is the one where there's gonna be 3 scenes in it. And the last scene of this chapter is gonna be the all is lost beat. So we're finally getting to the point where we're at the end. We're starting to like really get there. I'm very excited. So I'm just gonna keep working on chapter 24, just kind of get as far as I can. I think this stream is going to be the only time I can really write today, because we have some errands to run after this, things to do, work to do. So we're just gonna finish out this stream and just try to get as far as we can and see where we are then. Alright y'all, I just finished the stream, I just closed out of it. We have errands to run, so I'm not going to be able to finish, well, I'm definitely not finishing chapter 24. Again, I'm still only a few hundred words into chapter 24, but we finished chapter 23, which I'm excited about. I will take that, I'm very happy with that. Oh, let's see what the word count is on chapter 23. Let me add that to the spreadsheet. So chapter 23 was 2 scenes and 1,996 words. 1996. Nice. So we basically wrote 2,000 words for chapter 23. I think today during the stream I wrote about 1,600 words. I don't have the exact word count just because things kind of move around. But I am happy with that. I'm happy with the progress. But yeah. We're gonna go ahead and end this vlog since I got errands to run and I gotta edit this video. If you are new, feel free to subscribe if you would like to. Turn on notifications, again, if you feel so inclined. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps the channel out and I super appreciate it. But that's all I've got for you today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday. And yeah, I'm proud of you all and I love you all very much. I appreciate everyone who watches these videos and gets some sort of inspiration out of them, something positive out of them at least. So I super appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.